You're having a dinner party and you want a perfect tenderloin roast so the pressure's on. We're gonna give you a bulletproof way to cook a perfect tenderloin roast every time. So we're gonna cook it sous vide for a couple reasons. One, so we don't have to think about it too much and we know it's gonna turn out just right. The other reason is tenderloin's super lean. Doesn't have a lot of fat, which means it doesn't have a lot of juiciness to lend. So if you overcook it, it's gonna be very dry. Everyone knows what tenderloin is, but where does it come from and why is it so tender? Every other muscle or steak that you've had is an active muscle that helps the animal move and is on the outside of the rib cage. Tenderloin really doesn't do anything. It doesn't help the animal move, and that's why it's so tender. There's only 2 of them and they're really small, and that's why it's so expensive. For those of you who haven't noticed, we're cooking with Jewel today. First time ever. If you haven't heard of Jewel, go to ChefSteps.com to learn more. It's ChefSteps' first and new sous vide tool. It's really, really amazing. You're gonna want one. And I've got some cool tricks I wanna show you. I'm gonna open up the Jewel app, go to the Tenderloin guide, and pick my visual doneness. I like this. Rare, medium rare, 60C. Watching these sweet videos, I'm gonna go with that one. Boink. Go. Old school knowledge used to be that you truss it for even cooking. It doesn't really change the way it cooks. Just like a chicken, I truss it so I have a predictable shape. You know, if I want to deal with this, it's kind of floppy. If you truss it, it's going to firm it up and it makes it a lot easier to move around, whether you're carving it, searing it, or just transferring it somewhere. So I truss it. Tenderloin is so tender that if you pull too hard, you can actually cut right through it. I'd give you a demo of that, but I don't want to ruin my tenderloin. What a lot of folks do is, just like tying a shoelace, they go around once and they tighten it, but then every time you let go, it gets loose and it gets loose and it gets loose. The most basic thing you can do, learn this in a butcher shop in France, it was way back in the day, just do a few more. Pull it nice and tight and it just stays tight. All right, there you go. Whoop. So when we're cooking this tenderloin roast sous vide, we're gonna pre-sear it. We're gonna do that for a few reasons. One, we want to pre-sear it while it's cold, that we can get a deep crust without overcooking the inside. 2, if we pre-sear it, we get a bunch of flavor around the meat, which is from the Maillard reaction, and develop even more flavors when it cooks for a couple hours. And the third reason, if you pre-sear it, post-sear, which is going to give you nice heat and crust on the outside, is only going to take a couple seconds. So we've got our tenderloin trussed up, and now we're going to sear it to build some flavors. Good amount of oil. We've got our roast here. So this first pre-sear is gonna take 2 to 3 minutes, I'd say. But then the post-sear is only gonna take 30 seconds and you'll see how dark it gets real quick. We're gonna take the meat out. We're gonna throw a little bit of herb in there. Some herbs. This is gonna hang out just for a second. We're gonna put it in a bag and get cooking. Tons of potential flavor in there, and now we're just going to pop it in the water. Jewel's gonna take care of the rest. It's going. It's gonna come out perfect. Just the way it looks in the app, and I can get going on my little veggies. Straightforward. Jewel let me know it's done, so all we're gonna do is pop it out of the water, give it a post-sear, which is only gonna take a second, and we're gonna get a nice deep crust really quickly. Then we're going to slice it up, serve it. I'm gonna put these goodies in here too. Whoop. Looks gross for a second, but that's a lot of flavor there. You see the bubbles are starting to go away. That's when you know all the water's gone. Now I can start my post-sear. You see how nice and tender he still is, not dry. Perfect inside. Yummy. Okay, so we've seared our tenderloin. So I like to slice it just a minute or 2 before I serve it. As soon as you slice it, it might look a little gray, but if you give it a minute, it's gonna bloom, which means that red hue is gonna come out. Little stewed onions, steamed carrots, rapini. So I got my chervil, a little bit of demi here. Look at these beauties. Gorgeous. Folks are at the table. Dinner's ready. And there you have it. Bulletproof technique for perfect tenderloin every time. And since you're cooking it sous vide, you can do other things with your time. You can hang out with your guests and party with them, or you can make more amazing snacks. It's okay. Come here. Oh, you want a chunk? I like it 60 Celsius. I look at 60 C.
Oh, you're my huge.
All right, get out of here.
Oh my God.
He's my baby.